The staff and reopening team at St. Mary of Vernon are very excited to be welcoming our parishioners back into our worship space. In order to reopen the church, we have new procedures and guidelines to be followed each time you are in the building. In order to accommodate the time it takes to clean the church after Mass, our Mass schedule has changed on Sunday mornings. We are now offering 2 Masses, one at 8 a.m. and one at 11 a.m. Daily Mass is at 8:30 a.m. And our Saturday live stream Mass will remain at 7 p.m. Due to social distancing requirements, we are left with a very limited capacity in the church. Therefore, you must sign up in order to attend Mass. The sign up is found on the St. Mary of Vernon website, maryofvernon.org. You'll be able to click a link right on the welcome banner of the website, or you can scroll down the homepage to find the same information. There you will find links to sign up for adoration, weekend Mass, and daily Mass. The sign-up page looks like this, and once you sign up, you have a reserved spot in the church. You can also sign up by calling the parish office at any time. Upon your arrival, parking is now limited to the main parking lot only. The others will be blocked off. The other entrances to the church will also be closed, so you may only enter through the front doors. And of course, you must be wearing a mask in order to be allowed into the church. We recommend arriving at least 20 to 30 minutes before Mass to accommodate the check-in procedure. With respect to the volunteers who are also attending Mass, the doors will be closed 5 minutes after Mass begins, and no one will be admitted. First, you will be checked in using the name on your reservation. Then, you will be asked 3 questions required of us by the Archdiocese by a greeter at the door. They are as follows.
Yes. Okay, welcome. Have you been feeling ill today or had a temperature today?
No.
Have you been directly exposed to COVID-19 in the last 14 days?
No.
No, okay.
The greeter will then sanitize your hands before sending you into the narthex. Upon entering, you would walk straight up to the ceremonial doors where you will wait for an usher to seat you. You'll find on the floor of the narthex blue tape that separates 6-foot social distancing in case there is a line waiting for an usher. The usher will then escort you to a pew where you will find crosses marking 6-foot social distance in each pew. Every other pew is roped off to also accommodate this distance. Ushers will fill the church starting at the front and working their way back. We ask that you stay in your assigned seat through the whole Mass to avoid crossing paths or climbing over other parishioners in your pew. Mass will begin as usual, and you are set all the way until communion, where we have new guidelines. The most important thing to note is that everyone must come up in the communion procession, even if they are not receiving the Eucharist. Again, this helps avoid the crossing of paths or climbing over one another in the pew to get into the line. Ushers will dismiss each pew individually, as Father is the only person distributing the Eucharist at this time. When you exit your pew, an usher will sanitize your hands. You will approach Father, receive the Eucharist, and carry it over to a box that is outlined with tape on the floor. Within that box, you are then able to remove one side of your face mask in order to consume the host. You will then walk directly back to your assigned seat in your assigned pew. It is very important that you do not take this opportunity to leave early. The church has been divided into 3 sections for the communion procession. Once Father has finished a section, he will move to the next one with the ushers to guide parishioners into the line. When the Mass has ended, we ask that you remain in your seat until dismissed by the ushers, who will be dismissing each pew from the back of the church working up to the front of the church. This is the reverse of how you were seated. You will then head out the main doors that have been divided into an entrance and an exit. We would like to remind the vulnerable population or families with small children who may not be able to sit through the whole Mass that we are still live streaming Mass on Saturday evening. This continues to be an option for those who feel they should remain at home. And as of this weekend, that broadcast will be posted to the YouTube channel by Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. Please keep in mind that due to social distancing and cleaning requirements, bathrooms are limited at this time. We also advise against using the bathroom during Mass, again, to avoid crossing paths or climbing over one another in the pew. While the safety information for the state and from the Archdiocese seems to change on a daily basis, we can still use this video as a guideline to help us safely celebrate the Mass each week. We hope to see you very soon. God bless.